clicking, that's because of the fact that something acts stupid sometimes. Now, to show you all the artillery that's there, you are going to see that there is some major robo-kibble at the bottom of this. In fact, that's kind of normal with jet transformers, especially of this concept, but I like it. It's simple, yet it's awesome. If you look closely right here, on the sides of his arms, he has two little blasters, and he has two blasters up here that can angle out and shoot. And if you look closely, on your little drone, you have two little blasters, like right here and here. So, altogether, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not it. He has 2 firing missiles. If you can pick this up, there's little bubbles inside of these. That looks pretty cool. I don't know how that happened, but anyhow. Then on the little things, you have 2 little missiles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things that shoots on this thing. This guy's armed to the teeth. To kind of quickly go over what, like, the character of Thunderwing, from what I've heard, is that he was apparently one of the only he's a Decepticon who heard the Matrix, so apparently it would have been a Decepticon leader to hear in the Matrix too. I don't know if they're talking about the dead Matrix or what, because with Shatterglass Optimus Prime, he had a dead Matrix, you know. I don't know if they're talking about that or if there's a whole entire different Matrix for the Decepticons. I don't know. I've never read the comics all that much, you know. A nice little detail that I don't think anyone has showed yet, because of the articulation in robot mode, you can angle the little engines ever so slightly. That just makes it all the better. I'll quickly go over the transformation. You want to pull up his guns, and once we get to the undercarriage, you want to, let's see if there's a way I can show this off. You want to fold this, and then fold it down, and then, sorry, kind of leave it there. Fold up the landing gear, and fold down the landing gear on the bottom ones. And you want to pull down so that it detaches from here, because there's 2 little pegs that attach it to there. Fold this in and fold these 2 pieces out. Fold this whole piece up for now while we get to here. What we're left with is kind of a little short, stumpy guy. Best way I can do this is, I like to do this now because I want to go over something. I'll just leave it in. Click it up, so because there's 2 little pegs that fit in here and here. And now where I kept on making the mistake is I never pulled it back far enough, and what I had was something more along the lines of this. That didn't look good, and so when you fold it back, then you have Thunderwing's. Give me a second. You can fold the 2 rudders both ways. I'm pretty sure you have to have it like this instead of the other way, to where they're facing each other, because it allows it to sit flat, and I think that's the only way to get it to really work. Next thing you want to do is you want to flip down the little guns, and you can't just pull down the legs. That's not how they transform, and it's a little interesting. What you need to do is take the legs, and once you open up the carriage, you'll see this on a pivot like this. you want to do so lift up the arm so I can show you. Is you want to kind of pull down so that the legs are on a new thing, so that they're totally extended. And what you're left with is basically you fold the engines into feet, like a lot of jet transformers, and fold the hip guard down, and rotate the wrist, because I rotate them while in jet mode to conceal them. And let me get you something to get higher up. Okay, so here we have Thunderwing, and I really like this guy, but I also want to go over some issues. That's not one of them. That's just me being stupid. One of the issues is being that this is, because of the wings, you can't move it past here, and that's a bad thing because of the fact that if you were to move the thing, if you were to fold this down, for example, he actually has the possibility to go 360. But that's where it gets into an issue, because this is a transformer that has the wings like this and has this nice little backpack, but they get in the way. It's a little limited because of that. Although he can use his shoulder cannons, or whatever you want to call them. He can hold both his guns. Stupid. Being stupid. There. Just putting the guns in his hands. It's not really a whole lot to look at. So he gets 2 missile pod cannons, which look a lot like the old version. One of the benefits is that you can combine the guns, and that's pretty cool. You are a little limited on the articulation whenever you combine these guns, because the fact that you're basically left with this, and you can't really move it too far. But when you have it straight up, it does work. Looks really nice. I have gotten in a couple poses to where you can hold both barrels. Oh, duh. I'm such a moron. You're actually supposed to have it lower, and that prevents the articulation from being hindered too much. In fact, you can really have it up like this, have it down like this. Have it over kind of like in a pose like this. In fact, that's the quickest way I got it into a pose like. Do you mind if I go get that, guys? I'd rather not lose the missile. Alright, so the general area where we went, I don't know where it is. Great. I'll go look for it later. I'll quickly go over the articulation. Even though he can't do the full 360 shoulders, he still has crazy arm pose ability. It kind of bends the plastic when you hold it in a pose like this because of the soft plastic things. In fact, I probably could have been happy with shorter blasters to keep it from bending so much. He has elbow, bicep, swivel, elbow joint, and a wrist swivel. He has a swivel on his head, but he turns in an angle, like, huh? Leg articulation, even though he has the hip armor, it actually doesn't hinder it at all. In fact, look at that, that's awesome. Right against the hip too, so it moves fluently with it. He has ball joint hips, knees, and from they had a slight bit of ankle articulation, so you can have a nice wide stance. So would I recommend him? Hell yes. Hell yes. One of the most favorite figures I have had yet. That, don't know if that's going to continue that way, because I plan on collecting for quite some time. That's Grimlock88 signing out.